For a brief moment, diplomats looked toward Islamabad, hoping a planned round of talks could ease the mounting standoff between the U.S. and Iran. But before the parties reached the table, the U.S. military intercepted a massive Iranian oil tanker called the Tosca. They struck the vessel, crippled its engines, and effectively seized the ship. Iran responded within hours, launching a drone strike targeting a U.S. Navy warship stationed in the region. Instantly, the maritime blockade tightened. Neutral commercial vessels, including ships from France and India, received warning shots, caught in the crossfire of a collapsing shipping lane. On paper, this looks like a severe miscalculation by Tehran. The diplomatic off-ramp is gone, and they are now facing the highly concentrated power of the full American military apparatus. Yet the Iranian government isn't panicking. Their leadership appears prepared, acting as if they spent years anticipating this exact escalation. To understand why, you have to look at a Persian strategy that dates back over 2.5 millennia. In 547 BC, King Croesus of Lydia, the wealthiest ruler of his time, marched his army to attack the Persian Empire. The Persians knew he was coming. Instead of meeting him in a decisive clash, they stretched out the conflict. They bought off his allies and disrupted his supply lines until the king was exhausted and financially drained long before the final battle occurred. Today, Iran has updated this doctrine. By studying the war of attrition in Ukraine, they have constructed an asymmetric economic trap for the United States. This chart shows the estimated cost of a single Iranian attack drone. It tops out at roughly $20,000, but defending against it carries a different price tag. To shoot it down, the American military fires an interceptor missile costing between $2 and $4 million. Iran relies on this math. They utilize continuous, low-cost drone strikes, knowing that every launch drains millions of dollars from the U.S. defense budget. This doctrine prioritizes exhausting the American treasury over winning a conventional naval engagement. While these external costs mount, internal friction is surfacing at the Pentagon. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth recently removed 72 senior military officers, replacing them in the middle of this crisis. The disconnect has reached the point where top generals are holding secure meetings without the president, refusing executive requests to consider nuclear options against Iran. While the American defense apparatus manages these internal disputes, Iran is running a coordinated domestic campaign. They are projecting societal unity to prepare their population for a long conflict. They are subverting Western expectations by highlighting women participating in society, showing them riding motorcycles, rallying in the streets, and working in drone factories. The United States implements blockades, hoping the pressure will cause the Iranian public to turn on their government. Instead, Iran uses its domestic image to prepare its citizens for a war of attrition. If the American blockade persists, Iran holds strategic geographic leverage. They have threatened to close both the Strait of Hormuz and the Bab el-Mandeb, the narrow bottlenecks that sustain global maritime trade. Tehran has also issued an explicit warning that if attacked, they will strike the gas pipelines running through Saudi Arabia and the UAE. This pressure is fracturing local alliances. At recent Arab summits, Saudi and UAE diplomats, nations that rely on American security, are visibly distancing themselves from one another to avoid becoming targets. Even neutral states are trapped. Pakistan, which hoped to broker peace in Islamabad, now faces the possibility that a localized clash will force them into a regional war right on their border. By combining cheap hardware, geographic chokeholds, and a strategy of exhaustion, Iran has trapped the American military in an economic waiting game, one that is pushing the regional economy toward a multi-year conflict.